And welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is, I'm Jason. Below me there is Todd playing the character Cabello. We have Dell there playing, well, we don't know what's up with Dell quite yet. And below him is David playing Malleus. This is Symbaroum session number 11, part 2. It's the first time I've had a chance to run a part 2, so that's kind of cool. These gentlemen began 3 days ago. This is the morning of their third day. They left Thistlehold and marched into the Bright Davakar, looking to get to a town in the Bright Davakar, in the to look for and get information on a Iron Pack elf that conspired to kill the Queen. Via the Chamberlain, by blackmailing the Chamberlain. Ultimately, it cost the Chamberlain some of his family. They thwarted the plan. The Queen, of course, was unaffected, but now they are pursuing this information. Meanwhile, though, they have been hex crawling. Their first day, they were assaulted by bandits at an old, broken down old bridge ruin. They ended up disbanding them, and the crew slept the night at these old ruins. They headed off. Cabello leading them, as our only guide on this adventure is a PC, Cabello, and he led them through a ravine. They discovered an old cave entrance, and investigating that, Thoraya appears to have succumbed to spiders, and Cabello found a box as he escaped, and it is where we will pick up session 11, part 2. Okay. Thoraya, you awake in the dark, utter darkness. Maybe you recall what happened. Maybe you can remember that you followed Cabello into a ruin and quickly succumbed to creatures. But you wake up now in the utter darkness and quiet.
Okay, I rise up into a seated position and move my hand in front of my face to see it and look around, and I'll reach out and see if I can find some kind of handhold and pivot and try to stand up. And as I do, I look for some kind of a light source and start stumbling out toward that direction. Seems to be an incline. And I'll shuffle along until it breaks more into what seems like early morning light, some distant memory. Mm-hmm. But almost like I break through that membrane and push myself out, will myself out of the darkness into the light. And I stop for a minute to try to let my eyes adjust. And what do I see out there?
Who would have been on watch? Are any of you on watch? Cabello, Malleus, in the morning at dawn?
Dawn. Sure, I can be on watch.
You want to be Dawn? Okay.
Sure, okay.
Okay, Bonner has slept peacefully. At some point, it's like his fever broke, and he seemed to drift off peacefully. His head wound appears to not be draining as much. And as you sit at the smoldering, I don't know, do you have a camp fire? You are basically the bushcraft. Would you have built a fire?
In the Davakar? It's summertime, is it?
Right, yes.
I don't think I would have.
Okay.
Spiders.
So you hear, coming from the mouth of the cave, which you're not far camped from, as you'd set up a camp before you went into the cave, right. And you see a figure stagger out, and it appears to be Thoraya, with a severe burn on his chest from where the torch that had been dropped on him. And he is ghastly pale, looks very sick, of course, and
Yes.
but he is on his feet.
Well, this is awkward.
Okay. I stumble forward, looking at the figure that's there, and I'm trying to recollect.
Let's see. Do I think I'm seeing a ghost? Or a revenant? Or some sort of undead? Because I could
Well, you've triggered a check, so let's make a vigilance check. Actually,
All right. Yeah.
let's make a. Let's make a cunning check at. I'm going to say at -4. Okay, the cunning check at -4.
Okay. So I have to get under -4 of my cunning. I have a 15. I have a 15 for cunning, so
11 and below.
11 below. Here we go. Survey says 7.
7. As you watch him stumble out, the wound in his chest is severe. You're able to. You may not be able to discern whether he's a ghost, but it'd be difficult for anyone to have survived the burns on his chest, much less the Etterherd spiders that you saw attack him. But whether he's a ghostly premonition or whether he is of flesh, hard to say.
All right. I will draw my stiletto
Okay.
and tell this vision that stands before me to, stand down and don't try anything, lest I'll have to use my blade upon you.
To hear these words is almost newfound upon my ears, and try to make sense of them to some extent. But I can see the extended stiletto, and
It's quivering a little bit. I'm just like a little nervous here.
the figure is definitely pointed toward me, and in response, I'll lift up an outreached arm and point back. And you see, I guess for the first time, that there seems to be a slight guttural sound, as it's like I'm trying to pull in air. And then I'll say, throw. And then I take a couple of steps toward you, but you didn't seem to notice that I had been breathing before that moment.
Right.
As if I was trying to take in some air.
That just sounds like some unearthly croaking to me. And I again tell you to take no more steps forward. I
look at you queerly and cock my head and start looking around.
You mean you're lolling undead head?
I look around at the area. It's almost like I'm trying to recollect different things and find the sun is. I'll hold my hand up a little bit, and then I'll return the gaze back at you. I don't know if the rest of y'all are still laid, slumbering.
I'm calling for Malleus. Malleus, quickly, arise.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rise into this nightmare. Yeah.
We're being visited by a shade of our companion.
I want no parts of this.
He seeks his revenge against me. I know it. Oops, would I say that?
Yeah. I'll
Now.
sit up and I guess see. Would it be difficult to tell in the darkness since there's no campfire, or what?
Oh well, it's dawn. There's sun.
dim
The
light?
sun's over.
Yeah,
There's still the
dawn.
canopy. It would definitely be the dark gray of an early dawn with the canopy above your heads, and you're in a ravine. So it would not be well lit. Clearly, you would have to make a vigilance check for me at -5 to see if you're obviously you're witnessing Caballo talking to Thariah, but whether you would recognize his condition. So,
Okay.
Malleus,
You
let's make
said,
a vigilance check at
oh
-5.
God. Okay, I'm gonna need a 5, so doesn't look good. Oh, a 10.
Okay, so what you see is what you make of it,
Mm-hmm.
David. So I'm not going to tell you what you make of it, but
A silhouette of a figure
yeah,
staggering forth
right.
and groaning
You
in
would
the dim light.
definitely know that it's the Raya, but
Oh, okay.
you
All
just may
right.
not have picked up, his physical condition, the burn on his chest,
Oh,
etc. Right.
okay. All right. Okay. I'll uh, Alex will climb to his feet, pulling his blades out, and he'll yell towards Cabello and say, "What's the meaning of this? What sorcery is this?"
He's returned from the grave to exact his revenge upon me. I know it.
Okay, when you're doing those exclamations, I had been kind of looking at my surroundings a little bit, and I swung my head down, and like it's like I'm cognitively aware of, like I'm taking my situation, right, and doing a self check, and I like my hand is kind of numbly patting and feeling around on the chest where the burn is. And I'll look up, but when y'all say that back and forth, my head snaps in your direction, and eyes, if they could, would dilate. But I'm not groaning so much. I'm sitting in silence, and you hear this sucking room type sound as I try to breathe in again, and you hear throw, and then I'll take a couple more steps,
Yeah.
quickening steps toward you. All right.
Mm. Mm. I have no idea what that's about. He he was dead. I saw him.
I saw him too fall dead. Yes.
Where's what condition is the lad in? Is he still?
He's still slumbering. Finally, peacefully for the first time in 2 days,
Okay.
right, or at least 24 hours, right? Yeah, actually 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost stumble a little bit, but I'm still. I step up. It's like I look down and I clearly pick up my feet a little bit further as I check myself and how I had been dragging them, right? Especially from the leg bit.
Has
I'll,
the first beams of morning light struck his body yet? Maybe then he'll burst into flame like some other undead creature.
You
Yeah,
see,
like when I said when I said earlier, when I put my hand up, I was like a piercing first rays of light, coming in.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
but with this canopy, it's just going to be just little
filtered.
rays of light through the canopy. And, of course, the sun rising in the east, even in the world of Symbaroum here. So this cave is in the canyon wall, the ravine. You were headed northeast. So this is in the northeast wall. So if it's rising in the east, he's basically backlit. Even if the light comes down, he's going to be somewhat backlit, right? So you guys would light up probably before he would, right? As far as light hitting you.
Oh, good. So he can't come into the light and get us, is what I'm thinking. Yes.
I will.
I'm panicking about this because I was certain he was dead when I left him.
You weren't the only one.
Yes.
Your conscience wants to believe he was dead.
Yeah.
He was dead.
And if there was a chance of him being alive and we left him there, that's not good either. I'll stand in front of him, just out of arm's reach, and I'll still have a blade pointed in his direction, and I'll ask him. I'll say, "How can you?" I'll say, "Speak. How can you be alive after being eaten by those spider creatures in there?"
I've been coming at picking up at first a stumbling, stuttering gait towards you, and it seemed like I was gaining a little bit of balance, a foundation by the time I come up to you, and I pulled short, like some kind of a memory sparks within my mind of what you're holding, and it gets to me. But I will stop just shy of that. If you don't remove it, the tip of your sword will puncture in a couple of inches into it, and then my head will drop down and loll at it and look up at you, and almost like a pitiful. And then you'll hear that sucking sound again, and I'll say, "Oh,
there's no fear in your weapons."
I'll let that happen. And as I feel him, the weight of his form, go against the blade, I'll whip it back in kind of like disgust and fear at the same time, and I'll turn to Cabello and say, it has to be some type of wizardry that has reanimated his form. But I said, there's no way he can be alive. Did you see that?
I saw that. He walked right into your weapon as if it were nothing. It easily passed through his flesh.
Now, can I mention something, Jason? That maybe whether he knows it or not. Yeah, the weapon you have. What is it again, David?
I have two short blades.
Short blades. Yeah. If any of the metal is touching your hand, you will feel it kind of get cold on you.
Ooh, like icy cold. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll look down at the pommel of the weapon that pierced, sunk into his chest, Uriah's chest a little bit.
Yeah.
And flex my fingers, and then I will look at Cabello and shake my head and say, he is. I'll say that is not the Raya. That is some other shade or other form of him.
Yes.
Todd, make a quick D10 roll for me, looking for odd or even. I just want to know if it's odd or even.
Odd.
Okay. You hear the boy Bonner behind you, gentlemen, as he groans and moans, as if he might be stirring.
Okay.
When I do hear this, the Thariah's head will twist a little bit, and he'll rubberneck in that direction, and almost kind of twist off the blade to walk in that direction toward the boy.
So tell me, Thariah, do you recognize Malleus, Cabello, Bonner? Do you recognize them?
There seems to be, well, by my narration, there seems to be a little bit of recollection in him, or like he's trying to fish in his mind. You know what I mean? Because he's not, he doesn't have, his posture isn't threatening so much as it is like, I wouldn't say welcoming, but just, you know what I mean? Like he's approaching somebody that, some friends or some people that he may know.
Okay.
Right.
So you've turned toward the boy, you said?
Yeah. Like when I hear him groan, Thariah's head will turn around a little bit. His body will shift. And on the blade itself, and the blade, if Malice still has it in him, will carve a little bit and pop out as he turns, as he pivots.
Oh, he's making for the boy. He's going to attack him.
Yeah, I'm not running fast, but I'm.
No. You're lurching towards him with that lolling head thing going on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, the wound doesn't even hurt him.
Did you notice it? Yeah. And no. Can we notice any bleeding or anything coming from the wound?
No.
No stain.
No, but his chest, most of his robes are burned through. You can see a horrible burn onto his torso where the torch laid on his chest and burned away. You can see with his torso covering burned away that his abdomen distended from the injection of poison. Okay. You can see where you can see he lacks. He's pale, but he lacks any evidence of colors in his veins were clearly these Etterhead probably sucked most of his blood dry, right?
Oh, wow.
So you don't see veins in his face. He's a changeling, so he might well show veins and things. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to presume, what Dell's changeling character looked like normally, but you're not seeing evidence in his exposed torso of blood, of fresh blood anyway, right? And he's incredibly pale. His eyes are filmed over. Somewhat dull and filmed over.
Okay. That's enough for
Then there's only one thing to do, and that's.
Well, we can't leave him in this state. He doesn't deserve to walk around like in corruption.
No. All right. You go first. It's 8:30. I have something to do.
Okay. So I'll strike. I'll put him out of his misery.
Let's pause here and.
Okay.
Where is my? Can I pause? I can't pause. Okay. Well, go ahead, Todd. Take care of family. Yeah.
Uno momento.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I can't pause the video, so we can make small talk, but it's recording. So.
Be nice, huh?
So it sounds like Dell. Are you going to resist their hostility towards you? Would you?
Not hostility, mercy.
Mercy, right? Are you going to resist any violence against you?
I would have to see. I kind of want to just play that out. You know what I mean? But right now,
I have to ask
what he is.
I have to ask because he's your character, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I just meant like as far as like a prolonged thing. I can't say that. I'd played that out, but initially, no. It looks like Thariah's just turned on the blade and off the blade. You can hear a little, that sucking death rattle gargle as he and sickening pop as he pops it off, and then he'll stagger forward, but his head kind of turns to the side, looking at the boy laying down. He's reaching his arm out.
Yeah. See, I would think that was a hostile.
That's a cue, action. Is it not?
Yeah.
I want to be clear in my cues, but he's not rushing so much as he's has a peculiar look on his face, like and then he reaches out and he kind of bends over the body a little bit and he's looking, but he's not moving. He goes in. He will lower his arm, while he's bending over to
Malleus, and you can see Malleus. The boy was moaning and grunting, but he's not awake. He was shifting, in his bed. He's not awake. The boy is not conscious. Yeah. He's kind of shifting, getting ready to roll over, maybe in his.
I honestly don't think that Malleus would even give Thariah the opportunity to even reach out and touch the
lad.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to overspeak, but that's what.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just putting all of the pieces together in his mind. Thariah looks to be corrupted. He looks like he's a walking shell of himself.
Yes.
The distended stomach, the wounds that are apparent, the paleness, the inability to speak coherently, the shambling, walk.
Right? All of that's real. I just wanted to point out that he's almost like in a state of like a curious, like maybe his visage is the easiest thing to read, but his mannerisms. His body,
I don't think he's a snarling, bestial creature, but he still appears to be.
Definitely.
Yeah, not. You
guys play as your characters. I'm just wanting to.
So
like when he's looking, he's like,
right.
What is
which is almost even more terrifying to a certain.
So the question here is, Malleus, you want to put him out of his misery. Thariah, do you want to allow it, or do you want to fight?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. When I pulled up that sword and I'm going toward the boy, my either side or whatever, he's going to have a perfect opportunity like I'm saying, I'm just moving toward the boy.
In other words, you're defenseless. Yes, gotcha. Okay.
You're moving towards the lad with another purpose.
Yeah, to reach down with my arm.
So Malleus or Cabello, either one of you would be capable of dispatching this.
Supposedly.
Right. If you chose to, yeah.
The conundrum here.
No, I honestly think that there is no conundrum. He is not alive. But I would insist on
I'm
burning him as well, though, because we don't know what.
Well, one, I don't think he's alive, but I'm not 100% sure. But at the same time, too, it's for me, it's better off if he's dead now at this point because, like I said, awkward.
So be it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough over breakfast to explain.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, that.
All right, Malleus. Describe as he reaches in a curious, somewhat feeble manner toward the boy. Malleus, tell us what you do.
I will swallow the lump in my throat and grit my teeth and bring my blade down on the back of his neck, of Thoria's neck, hoping to keep the strike as clean as possible while the boy is still asleep.
So let's make a hitting him won't be the issue. It's going to be a strength check to cut cleanly through. I'm going to give you a +5 as he is not resisting. So a +5 strength check. So you need to roll, of course, strength +5 below to cut cleanly through.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't go too bad. 12, okay.
So Thoria, I don't know your final thoughts. I don't know how that goes.
What would happen, you'll see his final thoughts, but it bend it over whenever the blade, I guess, would hit, because this is already issuing out of Thoria's mouth as he's started to say something besides straw. He said, "Bob." Okay. And then the blade would go through and the head would be removed and land. But it's going to land in such a way that you see the mouth still like a fish. And his eyes are going to look at you. And then he's going to mouth your name as his eyes fully go pale. That will stay open. Like that, and his mouth will lull open and kind of shift a bit, and then he'll expire.
The body starts to topple toward the boy. If one of you want to make a quickness roll to snatch the body, make sure it doesn't fall on the boy.
Yes, I will do so.
Please do.
Oh, yes, I got 7. Yes, I made
nice.
It. I had 13.
Cabello, you zip in there and, I don't know, shoulder or push the body clean of falling onto the boy.
We're on the side of a ravine.
No, you're actually in the ravine. So you were marching, you were hiking through the ravine when you came to the cave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So I will just kind of, as he's falling towards the boy, quickly reach out and shift his movement so that he falls away from the boy.
Okay.
All right.
And when you do, I should remark that you're embracing. You feel the cold issuing out of the body.
Does this cause damage?
And no, it won't cause damage to this to that extent, but it's definitely like an aura of cold.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would have went through your blade yet again as you removed it.
Yeah. And I'll ask you both to make resolution checks at -2.
Okay.
Oh.
I need a 6 or lower.
I need a 3 or lower.
No, 12. Fail.
12. Fail.
All right, so you both need to take a 1d4 temporary corruption. It's more in the vein of in the cold, but also in the vein of because you both have touched him. I mean, your sword touched him, and you got the cold.
Oh yeah.
You pushed him out of the way and suffered the cold. And also just the sheer horror of having to
Yes.
extinguish Thariah.
Yeah.
So 1d4 temporary corruption.
We're rolling, Jason.
1d4
Okay.
1d4.
temp corruption.
Okay.
One.
Okay. I took 3.
Okay, and that is
Ugh.
that's generally cleared away by when we start a new scene. But for now, you'll have that. Okay. All right. So you're watching this body kick itself. Eventually, stops kicking. Dell has already described his final facial gestures. The boy now is starting to come around. Malleus, you see this first as Cabello's push the body away. Might not see it, but the boy's starting now to sit up as he's realized there's this skirmish going on kind of around him. You can tell when he tries to sit up, he has trouble. He ends up kind of falling back down. And you can see it looks as though he's having trouble focusing. His eyes are slightly crossed as he's having trouble, seeing, right? What do you want to do with this head and body, gentlemen?
I will put a hand upon Bonner's shoulder and keep him lying down.
Okay.
And I will say, "Slow down, lad. Slow down. Just a moment." And I will look.
My eyes grow wild as and I'll see the body in the start revelation will settle upon me, and then I'll try to kick back as you've seen me do before with my heels, trying to backpedal, travel backwards.
As Bonner, you mean?
Yeah. I know.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so you're going to play Bonner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kicking the head. Okay, like
You're socket balling the head. Okay.
I'm putting it down the ravine to get as far away from us as possible, so that I don't have to look at his accusing stare. Right?
Yeah, I was hoping to save Bonner from seeing that, but that didn't work. So I'll just as he's trying to scoot back, I'll kind of restrain him and I'll say, "Easy, lad, easy."
My eyes are darting everywhere, and then finally my eyes lay to rest on your eyes, and I'll breathe a little bit and calm down. But you can tell I'm averting from looking over there.
I think as Bonner's kind of taking deep breaths in and out, he may even kind of see the residual, like the breath because of the cold. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fading away. Yep. Well, no, because of the corruption. I'm assuming, and I will look over my shoulder towards Cabello and wait until he does his grisly deed.
So you're just dumping the body, or you're burning the body, right?
First of all, I was getting the head away from this. I
gotcha.
Punted down the ravine a bit so it's out of our way, and kind of like right, and then it's going to be like look at Malleus and the boy, and look back at Malleus and like, okay, what do we do next?
So is the body still lying there then?
Yeah, it's finally its legs stopped kicking, right?
Oh my gosh. I'll tell Cabello. I'll say, move it down the path.
Move the body down the path?
Yes.
Like pick it up and
I'll say I'll hiss kind of in impatience, and I'll just stand up because Bonner's he's pretty much seen what he's gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll swiftly walk over to Thariah's body, and I don't know if there's any other way around it, but I'll have to maybe grab the legs and start pulling it down the path or up the path towards where Cabello booted the
head. Okay.
His head. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's still frigid.
It's still cold. Not quite as cold as it was. Right.
Wow.
So whatever force. Whatever life force that was imbued to make it live again seems to be ebbing a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'll grit my teeth and try to just do it as quickly as possible. And once I see where the head is, I'll just put the body right next to it, and then I'll start maybe gathering like dead leaves and other foliage so that we can burn it.
Okay.
Burn the body.
And that's just a matter of doing, just a matter of time as you select everything.
Okay.
Bonner, what are you doing while Malleus is working on something not far from you? How far away, Malleus, are you from Bonner, from the campsite?
I don't know, maybe about a good 10 yards or so,
Okay.
10, 15 yards. Not extremely far, I guess, because he
Right.
didn't have time to move the head that far. So, and I think at this point it's more important to burn this corpse before it potentially arises again.
Okay.
So I'm trying to move as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell Bonner's not. It's a little bit like he's taken to Malleus, and he after a bit, he comes up to Malleus and asks what he can do to help. But you can tell by him not wanting to go in that direction. It's like he's like, "What can I do to help? You need me to grab something over here, or go get wood elsewhere?" So he's looking for a little bit of give him something to do to get his mind off something.
Right.
Not being immediate.
Kind of surprised that Bonner's even asking that question, So I kind of stop at what I'm doing and kind of hesitate a moment, and I say, help Cabello prepare the camp and get everything ready. I'll be done here in a moment. And actually, I'll say, did we still have torches? I think we still had torches left.
Yeah, you had two in the from the gear. I believe the gear you had two, correct?
Okay.
That was in the townhouse gear.
That was
that
in
you
the
hauled
townhouse
with you?
left?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of them was left obviously in the. And you had one. You had lit one last night.
Oh yeah.
The night before to go in, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have extinguished it. I mean.
Okay.
Right. You could certainly make a fire with a torch or without a torch. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. Well, I will ask. I will ask Honor to light at the remains of that torch that I had the previous evening and bring it to me.
Yeah.
That's what you can do.
Yeah, I acknowledge. You can tell the side where I got my head cracked is still bruised and somewhat goose egg, but nevertheless, he nods and then hurriedly takes off to do as you suggest.
All right. Yes, so we'll work at getting the camp ready for movement while Malleus takes care of that deed.
So go ahead, Bonner, while you're picking up the torch and lighting the torch. Go ahead and make a vigilance check for me.
Okay.
You do have all of his stats, Bonner's stats?
I actually need those stats.
Okay, they're in Discord in a PDF file. Can you look at PDFs?
I'll pull. Yeah, I'm going to try to real quick here.
Because I rolled him up 2d6. And he's currently suffered 4. I think 4 points of damage was the shot he took on the skull from Cabello. Right. Can you find it? Let me see if I can.
I'm right now. I'm back.
Because I might be able to send you. I might have it on Notebook.
I found it.
Okay.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
If not, I can read
it's just
it
gonna
to
take
you. I think. Symbaroum, Cabello. Where is that? Bonner up to that. I thought I shared it. Maybe I didn't.
Be pulling up in a second now.
Yeah, there's Bonner NPC PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Where is it? What'd you say? What do I roll again?
You don't. It's
My
already. He's already. I'm sorry. You're gonna vote vigilance and below.
Vigilance.
No modifier. As it's.
Gotcha. Nope, didn't make it. Rolled 18.
Okay. All right. And Cabello, what were you doing?
I'm
well,
readying the camp.
Okay. Okay.
Readying the camp. We're breaking camp.
Oh, okay. So
we
let's
should
go ahead and
discuss
let's make a
what we're
vigilance
gonna
roll
do.
for you as well, then, sir, while you're breaking camp. No modifier, vigilance and below.
Okay. Okay. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Malleus, in just a few moments, you have got the torch, and you are able to begin the process. I'm assuming you put some fire starter on this as far as twigs and however you collected and you've got this body burning, it appears. Cabello, you're packing up, correct? What you had run there, so it wouldn't take you long to get things packed up. All three of you now will have to shoulder the burden as opposed to 4. So now you're going to have to shoulder share a greater share of the load of the gear. You're down to 10 days rations, gentlemen, out of 13. This will be your third day, so at some point you will have to have devoured water and rations.
Okay.
Now you still got this cave mouth here if you want to continue to investigate, or you can head on. It's up to you, folks.
Well, our position is apparent to any who may be curious now because of the fire. So perhaps we should move on.
But which way?
Did we?
You know that northeast is where you were headed for the town of Malima, which is still about anywhere from 5 to 8 days away, depending on whether you make clean travel.
Right.
So northeast is the direction you were trying to go, Cabello.
Right.
But I don't know if that's what you want to do. You don't have to.
Well, we have 5 to 8 days of travel ahead of us. We've already lost one party member.
Right.
We have no means of healing.
Right.
We need more resources, I feel, before we continue any further into the Davacar.
Agreed.
We should return back to Thistlehold. Is that where we came from?
Yeah, this will hold. Yep.
Regroup, and then
try again.
Okay.
I agree.
I think we underestimated the seriousness of this. Yes.
So you'll still have to make an orientation roll to lead them in the proper direction toward Thistlehold.
Okay.
This is of Cabello, a bushcraft check, sir. So that's going to be and you actually get in the Bright Davacar with a level 1 bushcraft, you get the +2 advantage to your vigilance.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Vigilance is 10. This is a bushcraft, so here we go. I got a 13, so I am above.
Okay, we're going to need you to make a 1d10 check. I will need David to make a 1d20 check with a plus. How bad did you fail?
I won.
Oh, you actually rolled below?
I rolled... You said vigilance plus 2,
plus
right?
2 to your vigilance. So what's your vigilance?
10.
And you rolled a 13?
Yes.
So you needed to roll below a 12?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you failed.
Yes.
That's it. That's right.
Right. So, yeah, you failed.
Oh, yeah, I know I failed. Okay.
You just said how badly did he fail just by one.
But you only failed by 1. So
yes.
So both Bonner and David will have to make their... Malleus, I need a D20 check with a +1. Add +1 to your D20 roll. Just roll D20.
Oh, just roll. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. So +1, and that'll give me an 8.
Okay, 8. All right, and I need the check from you, Bonner. 20 plus, 20 minus 1 for ruins.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
It's 13.
13. Let me double check. Okay, so first we need to make a mishap check now, and then I'll get on to the rest of this. I just need these numbers. So let's make a 1d10 mishap check, Cabello. As unfortunately, when you we don't know exactly why you may be having trouble in the direction you're headed. So go ahead and roll for me.
1d what, sorry?
1d10. 10.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
Where did I write it?
1.
Ooh, let's take a look. Man. It's fun. All right, here we go. All right. So as you, okay, and we need, oh man. So as you, you marching southwest, climbing up out of the ravine, Cabello.
Yeah. Yes.
In just a few moments, all of you realize there's a fog rolling in, and then just a matter of what appears to be seconds, maybe feet. It's a dense fog. Malleus, you lose sight of Cabello if he's more than a few feet from you. Bonner, you find that maybe all you can see is to your hands. Cabello, suddenly there is this very dense fog, and it muffles the sound, so to speak. This is somewhat unnatural, is this dense fog. You can hear each other, but it sounds almost muted, somewhat... how do I say? I get muted. I guess the best
muffled, muted. Yeah.
And you really can't see much beyond your own the length of your own hands. At times, matter of fact, the dense fog will circle, and your hand will be difficult to see and back. And I'm going to need a second roll from you, Malleus, with a +2.
D20.
Yes, the D20 with a +2.
Hey, I will yell out for Bonner and Cabello. +2, that will be a 21.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay, let me double check these real quick. Okay. So in this dense fog, you Malleus yells out for you, Cabello.
Yes. Yes. I will. How far away does he sound?
He sounds muffled. As a matter of fact, you could make a cunning check to see if you can figure out what direction he's in.
Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, 20, and I've got a 15.
Almost like our ears are plugged. Kind of, that
Cabello, as you try to make out what direction did that come from, you do pick up to your left in the dense fog, you do hear pattering and snarling.
I will just stop. I'm not going any farther. I'm drawing my stiletto and the club that I picked up along the way.
Okay.
And I'm just madly trying to get some sort of bearing on whatever's out there.
Okay.
Without making any further noise myself that could throw me off.
Okay. So
All
let's
right.
make a vigilance check. I got to look at the modifier for this. Hold on one sec. I've got the page numbers. I got too many books here, man, with stuff. So the one thing about playing hex crawls, where you're rolling everything, you know, what you don't prepare in advance, you got to look up in game. Right?
Yeah,
the reference.
So that's the difference in something versus prepared. I'm looking it up because I don't know what's coming, right? So let's, which is great fun for all of us.
It is, yeah.
All right, so okay, so no modifier. The fog though creates a -2 modifier to all of your vigilance checks. So -2 to your vigilance, Cabello.
No,
Matter of fact,
failed.
Malleus, you can make this roll too, as you may or may not be able to hear this snarling noise.
I failed by 6.
Okay.
I've got a modified 8 to roll under, and I roll a 9. No.
Okay, so Malleus, you don't hear this. You'll have to pretend you don't hear what I've told Cabello.
Okay.
Bonner, you're further... I've made assumptions you would have been last, as that's how the NPCs were traveling, so I shouldn't have made an assumption that you were behind them, but I'm sticking to that because it was in my head as he was an NPC.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys can reorganize how you travel if you survive this later, but you're not going to get a roll because you're too far removed from a chance to hear this right now. Okay, so you understand that.
Okay.
Cabello, unfortunately, because you failed that vigilance check, you are surprised out of the fog. You can't make out what it is, but it is snarling. It appears to have come airborne through the fog. and you need to make a defense check for me, sir, with a modifier. Oh God. Oh, it's the wrong. No, it's the right book. It's the right book. I got two books here, so I got to make sure I got the right book in my hand.
Okay.
See, this is what I get. I shut it. I shut the book. I shouldn't have. You need to make a modified. What is it? Okay, so fortunately, -1.
Okay. Well,
So minus
because
one only.
I have tactician, so I am able to use that
Cunning, right?
cunning for defense.
Beautiful.
All right, so that's 14 and under. Holds 10.
Okay, so you fortunately makes just enough noise, and despite your vigilance, it just got a surprise on you. That's what that indicated. And you are quick on your feet. Your cunning affords you the proper move as this now catching the back end of it as it passes over you. It is a large, a dog-like wolf creature, furry, snarling, and unfortunately, you hear what sounds like maybe another one somewhere in the mist.
Great.
Okay.
Yes. As it's bounding over me, is that what you said?
Yeah, you ducked it and it went
Ducked out of the way.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so not enough time to slash at it as it goes by.
Absolutely. It's your turn, right? You sure can.
Okay.
He just got surprised. He just got to go before. It just got to go before you.
Okay. So, I'm not throwing anything with this attack. I'm just attacking.
Yep.
So,
and
strong?
Let's see here. No, you're attacking accurate. Yep.
Accurate, okay.
It's defense -3 from your attack roll.
Okay, so I have a 9. So
From your
actually
not from your roll, from your score, your actual accurate score.
Whatever I roll.
The D20. So what's your accuracy?
9.
So 6 and below to strike this.
Right, yes. 6 on the button.
All right, so roll your damage with your weapon.
6 on the button. There you go, right there. See, there you go. Okay. Proof. Okay, and now I'm rolling what? Sorry.
Whatever your weapon does.
Oh yeah, 1d8 plus 1. Oh yes. Okay, well, wait, hold on. Sorry. Here. Okay, here we are. 4.
Okay. All right. It's firmer than you anticipated, but you can tell as blood squirts from the tip of your stiletto that you have done a wound to it. But it's more muscular and its fur a little thicker than you had anticipated. Okay, Malleus, you now can hear this. You because he's not that far from you, right? But the fog has obscured all of your perception. But you can actually pick up that there's something going. You hear this thing snarling and growling. So Malleus, you've heard this. You may have even heard the Cabello in general, right? As far as his feet moving, his right. Okay.
Okay, I will yell out and move towards that direction, yelling out, Cabello!
So let's make a vigilance -2 to see if you can orient yourself in this. This is incredibly dangerous combat, gentlemen, because of the fog obscures so much.
Okay, 8 again and under. 12.
Okay, so let's make another D8 check to see which actual compass direction you go in on this.
2.
Okay, so you can just make as you stumble slightly what you believe is in the right direction. You can just make out something dart through the fog from your right to your left.
Okay.
And you pick up a brief glimpse of Cabello's robes. What do you wear? You wear silken, woven silk armor.
Silken armor.
You just pick up a glimpse of it to your left, Malleus.
Okay.
But I mean,
right.
just like that, the fog closes in around it, and again, it's like, did I see that? Did I not? But you believe to your left, Bonner.
Okay. All right.
You actually hear behind you.
Okay.
Kind of a quizzical humming and kind of a whistle, very much, and it is definitely audible, and it sounds as if it's whimsical. Oh, kind of a whistling humming.
I know I'm carrying a lot of the accoutrements of the camp and whatever, and probably tinkling around me. But whenever I catch sight of it, I'll pull up short, and this is all going around me. But in the fog, have I lost sight of them?
Yeah, no, you can make a check to see if you can pick up anything, but you were a little further behind them. But go ahead and make a vigilance check -2 to see if you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I made it. I got a 6. That's good.
Okay, so you weren't seeing anything, but Malleus's move through the fog caused a backdraft as the fog kind of pushed away briefly, and you saw the direction in which, and then it folded back around, cutting off your vision. But you know that direction you saw Malleus head.
Okay, yeah, I stop and pull short. The things are tinkling around me, and then I hear this whistle and see that fog part with Malleus standing there. But I turn my head, stop still, and I'm waiting for anything. It's like I'm frozen still to hear if that sound continues or if it gets closer.
You hear a somewhat aloof, monotone voice. The whimsical kind of humming stops, and you hear this voice not far behind you. Now you're looking where Malleus went, and you're listening, and you hear this voice say, "You should not be in the Davakar."
Okay, whenever it says this, I pick up speed and start running directly toward where Malleus is.
Okay, now let's make both Malleus make a vigilance check. Cabello make a vigilance check. -2 for both of you folks.
-2 still?
Yes, in the fog. It'll be -2 for right now.
No. 15.
No.
Cabello, Bonner,
No.
your -2 vigilance check as you run off into the fog.
I made it again. Yeah.
Okay, so you just, within 3 steps, you're like right on Malleus. You thought he was much further, but it was like 3 steps. Malleus, you weren't aware of him, so Bonner is right on your butt, right? But he sees just in time before he runs into you, flat into you. Okay.
Yeah, you hear the pots and the cups jingling off of me as I'm carrying everything. I'm huffing as I catch up with you.
So you're aware of this dense fog. It's difficult to even make out range. It's so
Yeah.
right. Okay. But yes, you two are now right beside each other. You can literally touch each other. You can see. The fog.
I am. I'm clambering onto his tunic.
Okay, I'll put my hand up as if to silence Bonner as he's clanging around and rambling.
Right.
And I'll try to when I can. I'll try to listen again and try to get a bead on Cabello.
I will call out and warn my companions that there are hounds in the fog.
Okay.
Right. Beware, hounds! Hounds are in the fog. I will call out.
And you hear now clearly, Cabello, not far from you, 2 of these snarling voices. What's your quickness, Cabello? You're a 15 cunning, right?
Yep.
Okay, so your quickness is 15. These creatures.
No. My quickness is 13. My cunning is 15.
But you get to use cunning in 4 quickness, don't you? In tactical.
I use cunning for initiative. Yes.
Yeah, so that's.
I guess that's what. Yes.
15.
Okay.
So you're 15.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what you're using. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
and this creature that you struck in the back has loped off, but then you can hear it. You can tell it's rushing back through the fog towards you, Cabello. Right? So, but you go first, but you know it's coming back. You can hear it snarling, and it's getting louder as you know it's about to come out of the fog at you.
Okay, I'm going to stand there ready with the stiletto and the club, and first sign that I get of it coming towards me, then I will
and it
thrust the blade.
It leaps again out of the fog within, it's just inches. There it is, snarling again, a vicious-looking wolf-like creature, right? You catch a glimpse as you prepare to do what you're going to do here, that it also is wearing a harness or a collar. This thing is not a wild creature. It belongs to someone. Okay.
Yep. All right.
So
as it...
roll the hit if you want to. Yep.
Sure, yeah. 2.
Nice. Roll damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good no matter how you... 3.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Start.
And this creature, of course, snapping as you, I don't know what you do with your stiletto, but it is going to snap back. So with a -1, roll your defense with its -1 attack on you.
Okay. Well,
as it's snapping at you as it bounds through the air.
Yes, I'm under by 6.
Okay, good. And the second unfortunate attack as it snaps again. So this thing hits 2 attacks.
2 attacks. Okay. And again with the defense. Okay.
Yeah.
I am 5 underneath this time.
Okay, so again, Cabello, deftly damaging and
weaving and
this snapping, snarling, vicious thing. And you can hear there's another one. It sounds like it's either trying to find you in the fog or it's circling in the fog, but you know there's another one out there. Malleus, you can clearly hear this skirmish going on, not far to your left, in the fog.
Okay, I will grab Bonner by one of the straps of his bags, and drag him behind me and try to move towards the sounds.
Okay.
I'm trying to mute this clanging sound of myself. As I'm following behind him.
Right. Both of you, as you start to head in that direction, you hear the sharp whistle. And Malleus, you now hear it, the sharp whistle, and you hear this voice say, "There's nowhere to run."
What? Does it sound clear as a bell right next to me, or is it
make a roll? Make a vigilance check to pick up.
-2 again.
When I hear this, I'm clamoring to Malleus. I'll say, I heard that voice earlier. He told me we should not be here.
Oh my God! 20. No.
You hear it. It sounds like he's whispering in your ear, but you can't tell what direction it's coming from. But he is much closer. You know now. There's hard to tell range here. Make a cunning check for me. You know what? Anybody have? Well, do you have Lore Master, Malleus, Bonner? Either one of you have? Lore Master?
I do.
I have nothing like that.
Yeah, Cabello, you certainly could make a Lore Master a check.
Okay.
Lore check.
Okay. I use cunning for this. So. Oh no, 19.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that these creatures belong to somebody. They have a harness or a collar, but you don't know what the make is. Is that barbarian collar? Is that iron pack? The craftsmanship of the elves? You can't tell what the craftsmanship is of the collar, right? Malleus, you don't have any kind of lore or
no.
Okay,
not like that. No.
Let's make a cunning check at -5, Malleus, to see if in your history, at some point in your history, you've had encounter.
Okay.
Actually, be -2 because you did encounter.
Oh boy.
Yeah, actually, in your history, you have
Cunning
encountered.
-2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still not good for me though. No, 13.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You can't tell. Is this
Okay.
human? Is this barbarian? Is this was it a female? Was it a male? You really can't tell. You don't have enough data, right? You didn't hear it well
Okay.
enough. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now Bonner can certainly make a try too. You've heard it twice. You've heard this voice twice.
Okay.
Okay. Roll on vigilance.
Yes, -2.
I got it. 9, but I got it.
Nice. Nice.
In your travels with Thariah, drawing on some point in your childhood, you had seen Thariah break bread or meet with elves. You're pretty certain this voice has the timbre and the tone of an elf. The Iron Pack may well be about you. About the area, right?
Yeah, and I whispered that to Malleus as he's. Yeah, I can tell he's trying to discern
What?
what's going on.
How certain are you of this?
It's the elves, the Iron Pact. Master used to, and there's a little wince of remembrance pain in the voice. Used to speak with him. He broke bread with them several times. Davakar, it sounds like elves.
Okay, okay, that's Tamalius. That's pretty much gospel, you know.
Yeah.
He has no reason to doubt the lad as far as that's concerned. He at that, with that little bit of information, even more caution gets thrown to the wind for good or bad, and he yells out for Cabello again and says, "It's the elves, the elves."
You can hear this, Cabello.
Can I?
Yeah, you sure
Yes.
can.
Okay. All right.
Desperation, and you know.
Can I tell the direction he's in?
That's going to be a check. Vigilance -2 to make
20.
sense.
Oh.
You hear it
You're
plain as day, but it sounds like
Yes.
it's coming from in front of you. How did Malleus get in front of you? Right?
I don't know. He's right. He's right there.
Now, I would like to. I'd like to do something. As Bonner.
I will go towards his voice. The direction I think it is.
You got to earn the right to do something as Bonner. There. Go ahead. What do you want to do, Bonner?
No, I'm going to say it. I'm remembering this voice, mistakenly or not. And is there anything? I guess I could roll this. I'm looking for anything of remembrance when we sat down and broke bread with them that would enable me to say a word in Elvish that means friendship or something along those lines, since are either referencing to Thariah or whatnot. You know what I mean? So I just want to see if
Jiminy Christmas.
I can do
okay, well, first you're gonna have to draw on. Cunning at -5 for this young boy to recall any kind of Elvish.
I'll hope from 1 till 4.
Okay.
No, I desperately try to remember something. But
right. Yeah, it's just too. That's a very difficult. Not only to remember it, but then to be able to pronounce it and say it. I mean, it's very very difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want the shot.
But you're working on it. You're biting. You know, it's on the tip of my tongue.
While the wolves are swirling the
All right,
the mist around.
So Cabello, we are in round 3 with this this I won't say what it is. This creature, this wolf creature, right? And Malleus, you need to make a vigilance -2 check. Bonner, you as well.
Okay. Gotta. What do they say? Even a broken clock,
Yeah.
It's gotta happen sometime. And 7 did it.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see this large, hairy, four-legged, wolf-like creature come out of the dense fog, snarling and snapping at you. But you will get initiative on it as you are faster. I believe your quickness is 14, right?
Quickness is 13.
Okay, so we need to then move down to vigilance. What's your vigilance?
You got me.
Your
10.
score, just your score.
10.
Okay, so it actually will go first, but you're not caught. You're not surprised.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Bonner's quickness is what? I believe it's 9, isn't it?
13.
What is
It's
it?
13.
Oh, is it? Okay.
13 is, yeah.
So you need to roll. You might actually go before this thing, Bonner.
Yeah.
So you need to. What's your vigilance? Not roll. What's your vigilance?
Oh, 11.
So you will
Oh,
actually.
there we
Bonner
go.
will see it out of the corner of his eye, and you can actually do something first before this thing comes snarling out of the fog, snapping viciously at Malleus. Bonner.
Mm.
I'm going to, as I do, I'm going to pivot Malleus around,
Right.
which is much strength as I can. So he is between, not to, throw him out, but this way, Malleus, he's coming this, and I'll pivot behind you where you can be directed toward him, right? And give you bearing. That's all I'm doing.
So you're making a defensive move on behalf of Malleus?
Yeah, and I'm letting him know, of the impending attack, basically.
Okay.
Like he's coming this way, and then I'm going to spin the direction to let him know not to be resistant toward me, but just like he's that way.
Okay.
All
right, Malleus. So he's just turned you to take this snapping hound brunt in the face, right? Is what he's done. He's turned you right toward it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So snapping and snarling first with its bite, and next with its claws. So let's make a couple of rolls here in your defense. -1 from your defense, Malleus.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. So -1 for my defense would be a 12. Okay. Let's see how this works. Oh, come on. 19. No.
And make the other roll now, right? As it snaps and claws.
Okay, an additional roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
just for its second attack.
Oh, boy. Okay. Did it. That one I did it.
Okay, so you're going to suffer. Roll your armor soak on this.
Okay, all right. 1d6 armor soak. Let's see here. Quick. 5.
Okay, beautiful. So it catches your. You can tell it's vicious, but it you can feel the pinch, but you're maybe your arm between it just enough. That it just pinched. So fortunately, you don't suffer any damage. Is my point.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
okay.
it's your go, Malleus, and then we're going to roll over to Cabello there in his round 3.
Okay. What's Bonner doing?
Bonner
this
turns
thing
you into
London.
it, is what he basically
is he
described,
behind
right? That
me,
he turns
or-
you toward it. Now,
That's
what is
behind
Bonner?
me,
But
or-
Bonner can still do something else, right?
Is he kind of behind me at the moment, or is he exposed, or what?
Yeah, I got the
I
feeling he
noticed.
kind of grabbed you from behind and turned you toward the threat, right?
He's probably behind me.
Yeah, that's exactly. So I'm a little bit behind you, but I'm taking a couple of the pots and whatever, and I'm throwing them off, or in a direction. Like I'll throw one off in a direction to try to get the wolf or away from us, or the other wolves. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Throw it off in the distance, try to create a little bit of sound in another
Okay.
area,
All right. So
and hopefully not at the feet of Cabello.
so Malleus will grunt at the impact from the wolf, and grimacing he'll lash out with his two blades.
Okay, and
Using
minus
his
3
accuracy.
from your accuracy.
Okay, all right. So I need I need 12 and lower here. So let's see how I do it. And 10 and 1. So there you go. Take
Nice
that.
damage.
So damage will be 1d8 each. And damage will be a total, well, first a 6 and then a 5.
Okay,
So I don't know what its threshold is.
6 and
6
a
damage
5.
and 5 damage.
So what's that? 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, you make purchase. You can feel your blades make strong purchase in the creature as it yelps and snarls and snaps, landing on its feet and rolling. Anyway, through the fog. Again, out of sight, this creature, but you can hear it up and its feet pat as it circles in the fog, and you hear the voice, "Do not hurt my pets."
I
So
will yell out,
this voice, yeah.
"Show yourself, or are you a spirit or ghost, or just too much of a coward? Show yourself."
Okay, no response yet. All right, Cabello. So you go before as this wolf creature now is basically low, arse in the air, snarling and growling, snapping, and it's circling you, looking for a opportunity to.
An opportunity, okay. Well, I've got a stiletto and I've got a club in my hand, and with steel throw, I have the ability to throw one melee weapon. So I'm going to throw the club at it. Hopefully, I'm going to beat it.
Yeah,
okay?
at minus, again, it's still got a normal defense of -3, but make that roll.
-3. 2! Yes!
Nice.
Okay.
Damage?
Damage. Survey sets. 2.
2 total? Let me double check where I was at.
Yeah, 2 total.
Okay. Let me transcribe this over to my other sheet. Here we go. This, in its lightning quick move, as you throw the club, you can see it hits it, but it doesn't appear to be affected by it, and leaps into the air, snapping, biting at you again. And we need to make 2 defense rolls against these 2 snarling attacks, Cabello. So you need to roll with a -1 to your defense.
Okay. No, just rolled a 19, and yes, I just rolled a 1.
Okay, so the first attack, make your defense, your armor soak roll for that first attack.
Roll high, roll high, roll high.
Oh, 4! Yes.
Okay, so you it just the first snap gets you and pinches, causing a point of damage off your toughness.
Okay.
And of course, you're able to pull away just enough that his second snap doesn't find purchase in the same location. But you took a little nip there on that one.
Little nip.
Right. And you hear, make a vigilance check at -2, Cabello.
Yep. No.
You hear what it sounds like he's literally behind you. May well be behind you. Your vigilance check failed, so you don't know. But it sounds like he's leaned in and whispering directly in your ear. He will feed well on you, treasure hunter.
Oh. Can I slash backwards with
You
my
can try,
stiletto?
sure. Make a roll. Now, this will be at a -5 as you're making just a immediate reaction, right?
Yes, that's what it is. Accurate, right? Okay, and I rolled a snow. I rolled way off. Big failure.
Nothing there, so you're pretty certain that either he moves very quickly, or maybe it's the fog is playing tricks on you, right? Okay. All right, so let's move on to round 4 for Cabello. We'll come back. We'll come to you in a second. We're going to go to round 2 for Bonner and Malleus. Again, Bonner, you will go first. We continue the same order. Then it'll be this wolf-like creature. And Malleus, you have noticed this creature is also wearing some kind of harness, where somebody would hook a chain or a leash to it, right?
Okay. All right. Okay.
One second here, but as far as me throwing out the thing, nothing worked from that, right? I mean, as far as throwing the tin can out.
Didn't appear to, as they whatever, unless there's something else out there that drew its attention. But the wolf that's attacking Malleus, that's now disappeared into the fog, as it landed on the ground and disappeared, but you can hear it circling. And you can't tell what's going on with Cabello. The voice you have not heard in the last few moments. So it doesn't appear as if the pots and pans have done much.
Through it in what I'm doing now is I will as I'm basically the veil of the mist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using that with the unnoticeable trait and choosing to and that's rolling resolute versus resolute.
Okay.
To not be seen.
What? So what trait is this?
It's called unnoticeable.
Okay.
All right. So I want to get there and let me see exactly which.
Okay, so the resolute for this creature is a +1 to your resolute.
Okay, but I'm thinking about the voice that I'm hearing, right?
So you're trying to not be seen by the voice that you don't know where. I mean, is that what you're saying? You just want to not be seen by anything, right?
No. You have to choose who it is.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It was successful resolute versus resolute tip. I can fade from one creature's perception. Remain invisible until I either attack or take some kind of damage.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But anyway, that's what I do in the mist. And I'll take a moment and do that. I'll almost fade from view.
Make a roll.
Yeah, I'm still doing this whether I succeed or not, but I'll step back with that realization.
Gotcha.
And listen to this voice that just spoke.
Yep.
And try to make my way over in that direction. Okay.
Okay. So you are his resolute. So go ahead and make your roll. His resolute is a -3 from your resolute.
All right. Gotcha. No, I didn't. But I'm unaware of that. All right. Still novice at it. So I'm making my way in that direction, trying to do it.
So Malleus, you sense that Bonner is gone. I mean, the fog has swirled around you, and Bonner is now out of.
I've lost him.
Right. Okay. So Bonner, you have, and this Jackar comes bounding out of the fog, snapping at you. So we need to make 2 rolls, -1 for your defense on both rolls, as this Jackar bounds at you, Malleus, from the fog.
Okay, let's see. All right, so with both weapons out now, that will give me a +1 to my defense. But you said I had a -2, so that'll just give me a -1. So I need a 12.
Well, -1 for their attack. So they're just a -1 from you.
So it'll even out?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. So 13 or lower. So 2 attacks or 1?
Well, your 2 attacks. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's attacking you.
It's faster than I am.
2 attacks. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a fail on both.
Okay. So you can describe how this thing again as it lunges from the dense fog, trying to bite you, tear at you, right? Mm-hmm. But obviously, somehow, some way, you fend it off or avoid its snapping. And it is your...
No. That's 2 failures on my part. It hits me.
Oh, what? Okay,
yeah,
so you need to roll 2 armor soaks then.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both of those
sorry, I misunderstood that. Okay.
No, that's okay. So I got a 5 on 1 armor soak and a 3 on the second armor soak.
All right. So the first bite, again, maybe you get an arm and you're holding it enough that it can't find purchase, but so strong as it leans in on you, it does pull 2 more points of toughness from you. sir.
Okay.
And it is now your attack on this creature. And then we'll go to Cabello.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. 2 strikes and 2 hits.
Nice.
So that will be. Oh, Todd, I got you beat. 2 1s.
Oh!
Dang, what's up, Snake Eyes?
So
On D8.
as it hits the ground to circle you, your blades, of course, as you drive both blades, you can tell as it's moving away that your blades just couldn't find purchase. I mean, they hit, but it wasn't enough. You could tell they didn't cause any real damage to this creature. All right, Cabello, let's go around to you. It's your go again first here in round 4 with this creature.
Right. Okay. Well, I've lost my club for the time being, but I still have my stiletto upon me, and I will slash it where I think the creature is as best I can.
Yeah, as he's bounding out of the fog at you. -3 from your for his defense.
Okay. No.
Okay. Too quick, right? He somehow is on you out of this fog so fast that your angle of the stiletto just misses this creature. Make 2 attack rolls for me as it snaps and claws on this one. -1 from your defense. Both rolls.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 3
Nice.
and 4.
Nice.
Okay.
You can describe how you make this thing miss, or we can assume, again, it's just at this point, you're basically circling each other, right, to some degree.
Yeah. No. I somersault to the left when it goes to the right.
Nice.
Zigging when it sagged, all right? And hopefully come up on my feet.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, and so we're moving on to round 5 for Cabello, round 3 for Malleus and this creature. And Bonner, unfortunately, round 1, as you think you've slinked off hidden, and you walk directly into the abdomen/chest of this person, and as the fog kind of separates between you, bump right into his chest, and kind of looking up, he whispers and smiles at you. "Treasure hunter, you will be the first to go, boy." And it is a mature elf. He is not masked. He has a probably you haven't seen the armor of the elves in your journeys, young Bonner. But he is mature. He stands with a bow in one hand. He's holding 2 leashes in his right hand. Just looking down and smiling at you, not really with a weapon in hand outside of these leashes, I suppose, and basically tells you that you have you will be the first to die, right?
Yeah.
His quickness is 13. I think yours is as well, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we need to make a vigilance check. Ooh, shit. He's going to win this.
Oh, no.
You mean vigilance? Yeah, mine's 11. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. All right. So he is. Wow. Okay. So he will use one action. You see him drop his leashes, and he reaches up behind his back, and this is when you realize he has a spear, and he's pulling his spear out, Bonner, as he says those words to you. But he won't strike on this turn as he's dropped his leashes and he's drawing this spear, but he is very confident that you were just a boy.
Was the leashes tethered to?
No, they
animals?
were no. The leashes were just hanging
Okay.
in his hands. Right. He was just holding on to two
Okay.
leashes that nothing was on the end of them. All right. He's got a bow in his left hand and he's drawing a spear with his right.
Okay. Well, this is obviously surprised when I bump into him and look up and when he starts to pull Fish's spear out, I'll look at him desperately, just wide-eyed, and say, "Are you not friends with Thariah, staff mage? I am his ward." And just see what kind of reaction I get. I mean, that's about all I can do.
Okay.
I'm holding the packaging I've got in front of me. If that might be some kind of armor, you know what I mean?
Sure.
As far as that goes, but otherwise.
He smiles. Thariah. Make an argument. How would any elf, especially an Iron Pack elf, know Thariah?
Well, you said we had broke bread with the elves before,
Right.
You know, me isolating whether they were Iron Pact or whatever, and Thariah, the old staff mage, deep in Davakar, and their whole deal was to. I don't. Now, if we go back to, I'll make a little argument here, as far as the way the staff mages.
How would this spark this elf to have any reverence for Thariah? Is what I'm asking you. This will be a persuasion check, but I'm curious. I want you to explain to me how this would matter to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
They do have some kind of uneasy pact living together. The staff mages and the Iron Pact. You know, they both want a similar result, but they do it. They got different methodology with that. So
Sure.
they kind of live in peace, is what I had read before. But can't necessarily pull up right this second. 1 second. Well, anyway, that's about it. The whole thing. When I say staff mage, maybe that could realize our indication wasn't to treasure hunt.
Okay.
That I am with a staff mage, and there's an uneasy peace that they have. But also that, I mean, you said he sat down and had broke bread, so maybe there's a chance that
they've heard of him. They've heard of him. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So his make a persuasion check with no modifier against his cunning.
Okay. Oh no, 12. I had a 10. So
again, he smiles and kind of steps back as his spear is completely free now, and doesn't appear, from the look on his face, his eyes. He doesn't act as if he's recognizes in any way the name Thariah. Right? Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, round
Our
5.
staff members
Round
even-
3. It is this creature, Malleus, again circling in the fog, and you never know which direction it comes from. But as it bolts from the fog, snapping and clawing, make our 2 defense checks against this creature, Malleus.
Okay, here we go. Okay, 1 failure, 1 success.
Oof. And soak on the 1.
Failure, soak roll. Soak of a 1.
Okay, so this one is, as you fend off its bite, its claws. You can feel its claws tear into your woven armor, and you can feel as it slides down you, pawing and clawing. You can feel it tear at you for 4 points of toughness. Your threshold is 5, so you're not knocked down.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hey, all right.
All right.
Malleus is showing wear and tear now.
Okay.
As
no.
he is bleeding from numerous, I guess, what would they be, like nips and claws?
Yep. Bites and claws. Yeah.
Bites and claws.
It's like fighting a vicious pit bull, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're attacking now, right?
Oh, it is my attack. Okay, I'm sorry.
He just did 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep. So it's your attack.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I was waiting for.
I was waiting for you to describe this awesome 2-sword attack.
Well, there it goes. Let's see if I can do some damage this time. Instead of 2 1s. So that's a 6 and a 5.
Okay. Screeching, yelping in pain, you can feel this heavy, the weight of this creature go limp on your blades.
Good.
Malleus, and it wells in a sorrowful and horrific death cry. Bonner, you see the elf for a second. He looks above your head out above your head into the fog as he hears one of his pets' death cry. His facial expression from "I'm going to have fun killing you, boy" to they have just killed one of my creatures. Okay, Cabello.
All right.
This thing circles again. You go first, but it comes barreling out of the fog.
Okay. Yes, 4 for my accurate,
Nice.
and I roll a 8 for damage.
Holy cow! Beautiful.
Slicing. Yes, as it bounds at me, I imagine I catch it underneath
Yep.
as it goes across and
it
draw my blade.
Squeals out a death scream as you basically just carve it right down its from chin
Symbaroum.
from chin right with this very sharp light weapon. And now Bonner again. You see his head from one wailing creature to another. You see his head sharp to the left, just looking right over your head. Doesn't care about you at all. He hears the scream of his other creature, and his eyes narrow as he comes down and looks right into your face, Bonner, with this hatred now fueled on a personal level. Iron Pack hunt to protect the Davokar, but now it's personal.
It's personal now.
Okay. Give me one. I'm trying to find.
So we're in round 2 for you, Bonner. You two gentlemen are going to have to triangulate and find Bonner in the fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he goes first, but I wanted to describe how he's decided this is personal. So, Bonner, and with that, change of facial features, this look of hatred, the spear, because it's really outside your peripheral vision, because he's tall, he's long, he holds the spear, about 2/3, 1/3 up the shaft. He can drive this spear almost out of the fog into your vision, so you might not even see the end of the spear coming toward your head. So let's make that roll. Again, you're going to have fortunately, it's a 0 modifier to your defense, so make a defense roll.
Okay. That's good.
And you do have 4 points of toughness already. You haven't healed from the rock shot, right?
Yeah, I took the 4 off earlier. So I'm down
you
to
should
8.
you should have 12 toughness minus 4. You should have 8, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm down to 8.
Yeah.
Tough kid.
Yeah.
This kid's tough.
But anyway,
Yeah, he is.
yeah, he's holding the thing, and when he comes at me, I'm going to scream out, "Brio, save me!" And I got a 9.
Is that successful with a minus nothing?
Oh, on the quick, yeah, because
Okay.
I got a quick at 13.
So as you scream out, you see this spear, but he's so angry it like clears over the top of your head. He's a little lazy, thinking you're it's like skewering a squirrel to him, but out of anger can't quite find the mark. So Bonner, it is your go. It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I forget what you call it. I am having major trouble with this mouse, but
That's what he's thinking. I'm having trouble with his mouse.
yeah, but when I called on Prios's name, patron saint, I wanted to get what that is exactly.
Thariah would be so ashamed. What does the patron saint of Prios got to do with what Thariah has been teaching you for years?
Oh boy!
Now, I've had an epiphany, right? And I've seen
You've seen the light.
100% corruption.
You've seen the light, right?
Yeah.
Got knocked on the head and woke up a believer. Yeah, boy.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Took a knock on the head, had some feverish dreams for 2 days, and then woke up a believer. Thank God Thariah's dead. He would be so sad, heartbroken.
Well, he's I've picked a little bit. It's a cultist, like a former cultist, that I've gotten out of that because I see that Thariah has like 100% corruption about him, right?
Yeah.
So this is the way to implement a little healer into our group.
There you go. Love it. Gonna need it. I'm telling you.
But anyway,
The Davatar is dangerous as shit.
yeah, and I cannot stop on freaking call on Patron Saint, which is around 146, but it keeps jumping above it. Oh, here it is. Okay.
My page 146 is
I'm reading it right
the
now.
Shelob
Is it?
and the Hunger Wolf. That's my number.
No, this is on the core
Yeah,
rules.
no, I'm messing with you.
Sheila.
I have my
like,
monster book open here.
But that's,
Yeah, I was gonna say that name sounds familiar.
This is the only thing the mystic is accomplished by a guardian spirit, the soul of the fallen Templar,
Oh boy!
given an honorable mission to once again serve one of the sun gods chosen. The martyr manifests as a warrior of light that normally is invisible and starts to shine when danger is close. It protects its ward until the second death. Only one patron saint can be bound to the mystic at a time, and should be the saint be defeated in any way, a new one must be summoned. Patron saint is handled by the player as if it was an additional character. It gains experience like the player character, and loses it if it dies, just like the character.
So you're summoning a patron saint. Is that what?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That cry to Prios or whatever, that's the only weapon I can deem from this. So out of necessity, in the situation of what he is, that's what he's going to call on Prios. And you'll see that materialization of that shining saint, the paladin.
Awesome. Now, does it attack or what?
Oh yeah, I got all the stats right here.
Do it.
So
this thing materializes.
Its quickness is 15.
It materializes and burns away the fog around it. It's like it's suddenly seen clearly as it's the light of Prios burns away this dense fog around it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the elf now eyebrows raised as he hears you scream out and he sees this creature materialize. So make an attack roll. His defense is -3.
Okay, so it's 10 or less. I got a 1.
Nice. Now roll damage.
1d6. It's a flail of light that he uses.
Ooh, shit.
That's a 3.
That's pretty cool.
3.
That is sweet. So this flail of light, so he angrily, just so angry, misses you. This creature materializes and thumps him, right? Staggering him back a little bit. And as he swings, this flail of light burns the fog away from the general area, making it easier for Malleus and Cabello now to see plainly. You're only a few feet away from Bonner and this elf. This elf, probably a foot taller, maybe 6 inches taller than the tallest of you, with a torch. And you see this Bonner scream out and this creature materialize. So the young Bonner hiding his light under a barrel, quite literally, right? Light under a bushel. So what do you want to do,
Okay.
Cabello and Malleus? He's in combat, but you're not in combat yet. You're free to decide what you want to do.
Rush to aid him, I would think.
Okay.
And this is the elven voice that I
This,
assume we've been hearing.
yeah, I mean, the best you can make out, this must have been who was speaking to you.
Uh-huh.
And the owner of the wolves,
Right.
or the master of the wolves. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys
so he
can
will,
see that.
He will go first, but you will enter combat, gentlemen. We had to go to vigilance for this. So everybody needs to check vigilance to start a new, basically, as you enter this combat, it's going to reset vigilance. So his vigilance is 15, so he may go first.
Wow.
Anyway.
You will go before me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I love it. It says it protects its ward until second day. So Bonner's still a ward.
Nice.
Something.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Some ward. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely goes before me. Easily.
What's your vigilance, Cabello?
10.
10, okay. And Bonner's vigilance is 13, or what?
No, it's 11. The quickness is 13.
Okay, so Bonner, then Cabello, then Malleus, I believe, correct? All right, so the elf now thumped, steps back a bit, sees this fog burn away. He's going to make an acrobatics check to. Yeah, we're going to use a quickness check. So I need all of you, if you want to stop him. He's going to attempt to bound away into the trees and into the fog.
Okay.
If any of you want to attempt to catch him, you can. He's going to use acrobatics. So,
Okay. I'll attempt it with my quick.
okay, so make a +2 attack. You're going to get +2 added to your attack. Your accurate. So whatever your accurate is, +2. Roll below.
Okay. Yes, I got a 4.
Nice. Roll your damage.
7.
Ooh, nice. Wait, that might actually. Oh, and you topple him. He stumbles.
Nice.
And face
Got him
down, use his spear. He's still clutching his spear, but he bounces. His bow bounces off into the dense foliage, and you have knocked him down. Malleus, what do you want to do? Bonner?
I take advantage of that and swoop in.
+2, it's advantage, so add +2 to your accurate. Roll below. Nice. Man, Cabello, very nice.
So as Cabello knocks him off balance, basically, Malleus comes in and misses one and hits one. So
Okay,
he
damage.
hits for 4.
Yeah, he screams out in agony as he tries to roll away from your blades, Malleus. As he's trying to crawl away from you with spear, he's still holding tight onto the spear. Bonner, what do
Really?
you want to do? Or actually, Bonner's what is this thing? Guardian.
Oh.
This guardian thing.
Yeah, there's two he can do, and I can do too. You
Right,
know,
that's correct. Yeah.
I stand and say thank you, Prios, and then I issue a statement to the man. Call off your dogs. You know, I'm still in wonderment, but almost like it's belief is happening right in front of me. I didn't doubt for that moment of honor. You know, whenever the saint appeared. So I mean, as far as the saint, he will continue. I think he'll step forward, and he doesn't necessarily chase the guy down. I don't think, you know, because it's only if somebody is coming at me that he.
So he
he
won't.
does that.
Right. So he only protects you.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
So
he's just
not gonna hound
watching.
me.
All right. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Again, so we'll go on to the next.
I'll succumb to the light.
Gotcha. This elf rolls over on his back, and he's trying to scoot away, bleeding badly. Face muddied and dirtied. I'm trying to decide. Let's make a persuasion roll. Who wants to take a persuasion roll here? Highest persuasion with a +2.
I got a 12.
Beats me.
Okay, I'll try it. So 14 or less,
Yep.
persuasive. Okay. All right, and 14 did it right there. +2. That'll do it.
Yeah, he rolls his spear away, clutches his wound, and says, "You must let me go."
I put my foot upon the haft of the spear, and I say, why should we show mercy to one who has shown us none?
Then, Ambrian, do what you must.
I turned. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, sorry to interrupt, but it's almost like I stepped through. Bonner steps through as he's walking forward. The saint will dissipate,
Right.
And go away. And I'll step through him and walk forward. And in a weird way, I said, Malleus, stay your hand, if he will come to the light. And I'll look at the elf.
I look at him, the boy, quizzically at what he says, response to what he says, and then I turn towards the elf and I ask him. I say, dweller of the bright Davakar, how are you called?
He spits up a little blood, holding his wounds. I am Inyondo.
I say,
Oh.
Anyan. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I say, one called, elf called Anyando. I say, I will give you an opportunity to earn your freedom. And I ask,
You cannot give me what I already have, Ambrian.
Oh, stop. Malleus kind of bristles at that, and his lip kind of curls up at that. But he continues. He says, we are looking. Whoa, I can't remember the name of the. What was the guy's name?
Inyondo is the name of
Inyondo.
That is
the
Inyondo.
name of the elf.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you rolled. So I made my own tables.
Okay.
Right, I don't use
Yep.
the ones in the book, and 21 was Inyondo.
Oh,
That you would
my
run
God.
into
man
Inyondo
himself.
hunting in the Davakar. Yeah,
This is the guy we're looking for.
this is the
Yeah,
guy.
I'd say-
but you rolled a 21 on that dense fog monster check. Yeah,
Take his head.
And that was it. Wow. Okay.
yeah.
I say, well, okay.
Because he could be out hunting in the Davakar any time, anywhere, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me slightly retcon really quick. So, as he tells us his name, I guess slowly the bulb lights up in Malleus's head.
Yeah, right.
And
What did you say?
I'll say Prios
I know,
provides.
right? What did you say? Right. And I will look at Cabello and I will say this is him. He has been almost dropped into our hands from up above. This is the one we sought.
Yes, says Cabello, looking over at Bonner and wondering if really indeed Rios did provide. But yes, for whatever reason, he is now here at our feet.
Here it is.
But
I don't know if you can read it. Number 21
No.
in Yondo.
Number 21.
Yeah. 21
but
plus.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I look at Cabello and I say, do we bind him or do we take his? Do we finish him?
I say finish him.
Okay. All right. I look at Bonner, and I say, this one here, his soul is already spoken for. I'm afraid.
I look at you, and there's a peaceful calm over my face. It's almost like I've, gone from a scared child to a higher calling, so to speak. So turn around and take your words and then look at the man, and will you not see the light? Come to the light, like I'm beckoning toward him, and I'll lean in a little bit closer to see his reaction. And accordingly,
you're leaning in to the elf.
Not like close, you know what I mean? Just a little bit like leaning in for an answer. Will you not come to the light? So
yeah, and Yondo looks away and says, "There is no light among you humans. Look what you do to the Bright Davakar. You have no respect for the Bright Davakar, the Iron Pact."
Okay. I put my hand upon Bonner's shoulder and kind of firmly attempt to kind of push him away. And I say, as I said, lad, his soul is already spoken for. Now walk away.
So be it. And I'll turn on the heel and then walk away.
Okay, I'll turn towards the downed elf, and I will say now pray to whatever gods that you pray towards for this, and look upon the Bright Davakar.
Last time.
Your last, yes, with your last eyes.
Yeah, he lets go of his wound, lays down flat, staring up at the canopy above.
Okay, all right, and Malleus will do the deed then, right through the chest.
Okay, it doesn't take much. He had only one toughness left, so he was bleeding out basically anyway. But so you feel the life leave his body. See grimaces and groans. You hear his last breath, and then he goes completely limp. Your eyes wide open. You can sense he is gone. He's dead.
Expired. Okay. All right. I'll look over at Cabello and nod grimly and say, "It is done."
You feel that dense fog again back up around you now. This bright as this saint had burned a lot of it away, but it starts to encircle you also. Again, if you get within a few feet of each other, you'll lose sight. So we're still in this dense fog Cabello has led you blindly into.
Thanks, Cabello. Okay.
That's pretty harsh.
The fog had nothing to do with the monster roll.
Is there anything, any kind of anything that Malleus can take as proof?
Yes. So done? If you root through his body, you'll find
trinket.
He has a ring on his right index finger, or right index finger. Excuse me. He wears he wears some kind of medallion around his neck with elvish runes and writing on it.
Okay.
It's customary to take his hand.
He has a spear. He has a spear.
I was all for that.
I know you were. Yeah.
He has some kind of herbal, a pouch of herbs with him.
Okay.
Let's see here, and you got a pretty good idea that the ring, if the medallion doesn't say something about his identity, the ring most likely will.
Probably will.
Right. The ring doesn't appear to be hard for you to say glancing at it, but it's hard to say whether this is of any kind of quality beyond a personal identifier. But
effect. Okay.
Right. But it could be.
Okay. All right. Malleus doesn't quite like the taste of assassination, which he kind of feels as though he was just part of.
But it's what the Chamberlain had requested you
do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So he removes the necklace and the ring quickly.
Okay.
And if possible, has he lost sight of his two companions already with the dense fog? Are they gone?
Not unless they've moved away from you.
No.
Right. But it's definitely it's circled back around once this burning saint.
Okay.
Right.
What Bonner did was symbolic. He turned his back on.
Oh, okay. Do we have any rope left?
Rope.
Yeah, you
There
should
are
have
leashes.
You should have
Wine,
50
anything?
feet.
The leashes, even the leashes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
leashes.
leashes.
Yeah, we
Okay, so
get credit for taking out the dogs.
I suggest that we, if possible, lash ourselves together, so to speak, so that we don't, lose
lose each other.
Yeah, back to back.
and then ask Cabello to once again take the lead. Take us out of this accursed. Take us out of this accursed
You want to
place.
do that again?
So, to find your orientation, unfortunately, now you're going to have to make this roll without your +2 advantage. So it's bushcraft even. Your even vigilance, Todd. And I don't know the time, guys. So let me know when we get.
It's 10 after 10. So let me make this roll.
Yeah.
Make
Do you
it
guys
roll
want to?
and-
You guys want to? This is a good place to just.
Yeah.
Right. We can pick up, or
Can we?
or we
Well,
can,
well,
or we
Let's
can.
just roll, see how.
Yeah, let's roll. See how it goes.
Okay, let's put it this way. If you succeed this
Find
roll
out.
well enough, we'll narrate your successful trek back to Thistlehold. How's that sound?
Otherwise, off the cliff we go.
Right.
Okay.
If not,
All right.
yeah.
We'll be taking the
Just-
spirit walk.
One time.
Just basic
No
vigilant.
pressure, but do it.
I got a 50-50 chance. Here we go. 7.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So, fortunately, Cabello spends the next few minutes. I don't know. You tell me how you navigate through this dense fog, Cabello.
Oh, well, I make it look like I know what I'm doing. But it's just sheer blind luck. Okay.
So somehow you navigate them into fresh air, out of the fog, and you're able to set camp. For the next 2 days, Cabello successfully guides you to the staging area, which is the last. It's that very. It's a relief to see the Ambrian civilization here, right on the edge of the Davokar. Now you know you're only 400 yards from the gates of Thistlehold. Once you arrive at the gates of Thistlehold, they ask to see your papers, and they want to know if you've collected any treasure or herbs, gentlemen.
Ooh, okay. I will. I will be on. We did not have permission to collect treasure, I thought, or no herbs, I thought, right? We just had permission to traverse. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I was prepared to reach into my my circle and pull out the ring and the necklace, but I shall not.
Okay.
Or we did not have permission for that. So I will say no treasure, and in my mind I go just bounty.
Okay. He looks next at Cabello. Do you have any treasure to claim or herbs collected?
No.
Okay. And he looks at the young Bonner. Doesn't bother to ask Bonner, right?
Well, no, I look. He doesn't bother to ask me, but I look at him assuredly. I let him know that I found my treasure, my redemption, and then don't even wait for him to freaking, calculate it, but say that affirmatively. I'll step away.
So he waves over a couple of Queen's Rangers, and they ask you to unpack. Set your weapons, set down your gear as they will go through your gear. Now you can attempt to hide anything if you want to.
Yeah, I don't think we grabbed any
Prior to?
other than
Right,
the,
you can attempt to
In the retcon and say,
and
yeah.
then you can
fool's
find a
gold,
way to
he can
maybe
have
hide
that.
this
Okay.
pin cushion
Well,
or ring. You can attempt to, right?
I think the doll is the only other thing, right?
Right.
Well, yeah. So what I would have done was I would have taken out all the golden pins out of the doll, and slipped them into my locks of
That's
Nice.
smart.
Cabello's locks of black hair.
Nice.
Hey,
Right?
Cabello,
Yeah.
why don't you pay him off with the fool's gold?
With the what?
Fool's
The
gold.
fool's gold, the pyrite. See,
Oh.
why?
Oh. I wasn't
Only
carrying
Dale,
that.
only
So-
Dale.
Carrying that.
Let's make a discreet check,
Discreet?
Cabello. We're going to
Okay.
give you a bonus because you hid the most valuable are you letting them see the box and the doll?
Yeah.
You've just
Yeah,
okay. So never mind
It's
making
just
the roll
worthless.
then, because when they see
Okay.
the box, so they look at you, frown. Why did you not claim this? This is clearly not from Thistlehold. And he opens the box and looks at the doll. That will
treasure?
be a fine, and he sets it aside, and he.
I
Child's
will
toy.
interject and say that it's a holy symbol. It's more than a toy. You know.
Not worth claiming
The
at
fine.
all.
He looks at you, boy. The fine will be the same regardless. And he looks again at Malleus. Do you want to attempt to hide this ring and medallion from?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so
sure.
it's discreet.
At this point.
It's discreet. So just make a
Oh,
discreet check,
boy.
no modifier.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, by 1 point. No, fail. I rolled a 6. I needed a 5.
So where are you hiding it that he finds it?
I actually put the ring on and put the medallion around my neck backwards, you know?
Right. So he says, "Do you often wear your jewelry wrong?" Right. He basically they scribble down a writ of debt, and they remind you that you need to pay this writ of debt, but you're free to go. But it's a writ of debt for 2 thalers, so you could pay it here, or you could just carry this writ of debt for 2 thalers as a fine.
We could pay it, I assume, and be done with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
And he hands you your box and your doll back. This thing, we need to roll the value of this, Cabello.
Okay.
This one, you guys managed to find one treasure outside of what's on the elf.
Right.
Where is this rule? Rule for rolling its value. Let me find it.
Okay.
Here.
I asked Cabello if
Ooh, wow.
when I made the statement about the holy symbol, if he would be willing to part, you know, in remembrance of Pariah, what it used to be.
Part with what?
The doll.
The doll.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little figurine, right?
It's a pin cushion.
Oh, the pin cushion.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me. It's just a toy or a pin cushion. I have no need for it. Yes, you can take that. Not the gold pins. Though.
Okay. I take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the gold pins. I didn't even see them.
So
Right.
1d10 plus 10 is the value of these gold pins.
1d10 plus 10. Oh, 100. Sorry,
So
1d10.
So 10 and 10,
I'm
20.
rolling.
So 20.
Sorry.
20.
Yes. Sorry.
So 20.
rolled
So
nine.
this, when you eventually get around to the markets to fence
Yes.
these, unless you want to keep them, you
Right.
could get 20 thaler for these pins, these
Thaler.
gold pins.
Okay, yeah.
One of the fence say these are usually attached to a fetish of some kind. Generally, a stone box with a doll would have brought you double this, but the pins are worth 20.
What if I were to? What if someone was to find the box and bring it to you with the fetish?
Ah, well then you would get much more for this this fine relic treasure.
Very well. Well, I'll have to maybe discuss that.
Okay, you got to get it away from the boy now.
Yeah.
Look,
Now, David, did you want to have this thing evaluated? This medallion?
Yeah. I'll have it evaluated, but I don't plan on selling it. I
right.
have to use it for a bounty. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So for about 7 shillings, almost 1 thaler, you can pay someone to translate it for you. The ring and the medallion. The ring, he says, is of usually the first thing this. I don't know, this Ambrian of antiquities, specializing in elven treasures. Says the ring is that of a house, and the braiding of gold and green, with speckles of silver, and he pulls down a tome and he flips it open and he thumbs through it, almost like a almost like a family book, and he finds it and he says, "Yes, this belongs to the family." Again, an unpronounceable Elven name, but he said it translates to the family of Inyando. That is what you have there. The medallion is Symbaroum. It's ancient. I cannot. And there may be a scholar in Yindarus who could translate this Symbaroum medallion.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. My eyes grow wide at that, and that medallion may actually be worth something then. So okay. Okay. So what Malix's plan to do then is he will definitely hand over the ring for sure, since that has the family.
You're gonna hand it over to this guy?
No. As bounty, but he will hang on to the medallion and look into that further.
Okay. Now the ring would be evidence that you dispatched Inyando. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is yes.
Okay.
That's his plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, gentlemen, and we'll end session 11, part 2. That will wrap up this hex crawl, right? So I don't know who's next in turn to GM, but that'll wrap up my 2. So all you would have to do is in some way get word to the Chamberlain that you know, in fact, you have done the deed, right?
Right. Okay.
You also brought these leashes back, so I don't know if you want to keep those or sell those, correct?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there any reason why we would keep them?
I don't know. I thought Bonner had collected them, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's
so
amazing. So our first roll, which we didn't even get to. Your first monster roll was only an 8, but your second roll, once the fog rolled in, was a 21. So enemies 8 was your first roll, David. Then he had the misfortune and rolled dense fog, and with a +5 reroll of monsters at 21. Unbelievable. Or 21 plus.
21, yeah, that's what.
And so you ended up running into the guy you were going to be traveling to try to find, right?
What do you know?
Fun.
Wow.
I know, right?
What a coinky.
Yep. Why don't we split that $20 that we got for the gold pins?
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
And I don't know how many thalers you had in total left. I think David's tracking that, right?
Yeah, I got. Let's see, where is it at?
Because you had to spend a couple to here and there along the way.
Yeah,
18 thalers is what I have that you had.
18.
You paid 2 in fines coming into the gate.
Go with that. I will go.
So you're at 16. Plus you've earned another 20 for the gold pins. So you have a total of 36 thalers.
Okay, so that's group money, 36.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, 36 thalers.
And you would have paid 7 shillings to have your gold, ring and medallion identified. That's almost a thaler.
We'll just take it. So okay.
Yeah,
35.
so 35. So you guys have 35 thalers as a group.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that for now.
Sweet.
Yeah. What did y'all? I'm curious. What did you think about the reemergence of Thoraya?
I don't know what to think about it.
Sounds good.
No idea.
So Del wrote me this afternoon. I didn't see it till late.
Yeah.
And he said, in the advanced player's guide, you can play undead characters. Could I just play Thoraya as an undead character?
Oh my god!
And then Del said, and we have good reason that he could be undead because of the ritual and the 72 hours that he was held by the Thistlehold authorities post that ritual that he was involved with could have cursed him to be right. Ultimately, could have led to him being undead once he died. So I said, sure, if you want to play him undead, but you got to play it out, and there's rules that you guys have to roll to recognize if he's undead.
Yeah. Oh, we recognize him as being undead.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And so you could have continued along with you as an undead creature. But
I really wasn't. I wasn't sure at first. I was just trying to cover my tracks.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm glad y'all played legitly. You know what I mean? And did what your characters would did instead of bowing. I knew it was going to be an awkward situation, but that's what I told Jason. I said, if worst case, I could play Bonner.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to fill out Bonner, like, what would propel him? What is he going to do?
Right.
And, you know, just having this moment and that creature, the undead, is 100% corruption.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
that's
I mean?
what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
The knock on the
Eventually,
head, yes, that's what I was thinking, the knock on the head.
Yeah.
Heck, I was. But anyway,
But that's why you
Yeah.
guys suffered temporary corruption. By the way, you can clear that off. That scene
Okay.
ended.
Okay.
Um,
yeah, I was thinking
But
because
as I
I know
told
we need
Dale, but dude, we just play it. I just wake you up and describe that
Yeah.
you wake up and you play your character, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, you know, again,
was
this is what we've been doing since we were kids. You play to find out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, even with Bonner, you know, he didn't have any kind of weapons. So looking through everything that he could be, and I had to build the character as I go. I wanted to do that, but like everything that you have is like components, material components that's needed.
Correct.
Now there's a veil needed, but we happen to be in a mist-like veil, you know, situation.
Right.
So then he could try to go into that unnoticeable. But then I was like, what else do you do? Patron saint at this moment. What is he gonna do? He's gonna cry out before he gets hit. And that would deem him some protection there.
Right.
Which anyway, it worked out. So now we
makes
get
sense.
you know, now we got it right there when he turned his back. The concept of that character is like he's a little bit of a like someone who wants to eradicate evil. And you don't feel like repeating itself because you only get, you know, choose now where you stand.
Right.
You know, so if you give somebody a choice,
Right.
and if they say no, then they've committed themselves to their own doom. So that's why he said, like, okay, and he turned his back on him symbolically, and you took his head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it worked out. I'm really pleased at how Bonner could work into something that we need as a party.
Oh, heck yeah.
And become his own person,
Heck
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's pretty
'Cause
awesome.
he
I Dale said, "Well, what do you think they'll do? Will they like kill him or what?" And I said, "Well, you just play your character. And they'll react the way they would react."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
did. I thought about it, and I
Yeah.
said, well, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to react as if, you know,
That's
any
awesome.
other the circumstance. Yeah.
Exactly.
War.
As much as
Yeah.
it was causing me to
well, we
inner
hesitated.
turmoil. Yep.
Yeah, we hesitated. We weren't really sure what
I
to
came
make
in
of
here and
everything,
checked that note, and I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
damn! I don't know how long this has been here, but I'll answer Dale." Then I go out to make dinner, to do dinner early before our game tonight with my wife, and I told my wife, I said, "Oh shit, Dale's gonna play an undead. He's gonna play an undead character," and she's like, "Dale's always doing crazy shit," and I said, "Yes,
I know,
he is."
right?
And then I said,
Right.
it'll be interesting to see if the guys accept him or kill him or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, so I said already it's going to be a crazy beginning to this session. It's going to be nuts.
Well, you know, honestly, what
awesome.
ultimately made David's mind up, which made him decide what Malleus was going to do, is because of the world and the environment that our characters are in.
That's right. And I told my wife, I said, if they go back to Thistlehold, there ain't no way the authorities are going to let an undead guy walk through the door.
Right. And all the experiences that we've had with corruption and things of that nature have all just been horrifying.
Yeah,
so
that's right. That's right.
For us to accept him as an undead thing doesn't make sense.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. Right. This particular group, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Different parties, it might have fit right in, but this group, no.
And I usually don't say anything about it, but I'll say this: if we were playing 5e, then it would make much more sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially when he's 100% corruption. I mean, this thing is totally corrupt.
Yeah,
you would have been dealing with black coats and witch hunters, and
what I conceived about that is more he would have, you know, like he was trying to recognize y'all as his reawakening.
Right.
Is
that what it was? Wow.
So yeah, when it struck him, but he gained a little bit of a, you know, like when he started saying Bonner before you chopped his head off.
Yeah.
But I would have had him, I knew that we needed a healer in a certain way, but I'd had him like sewing cadaver meat into your open wounds. You know what I mean? That kind of thing is how he'd approach it.
Yeah.
But he would have needed flesh and blood if ever he got injured. It would have been a thirst or a hunger based on that.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't even sure.
He would have. He would have stayed out of town, but he was a shape changer, so he could have probably masked a little bit when he came to the revelation.
Right.
Well, that was a stretch in itself right there.
Well,
you know?
I mean,
The
if there
fact that he
wasn't
was
something
a-
in the rules, it would have been a little. I would have handled it differently. But because he could play an undead player character, I just said we just play. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna treat you like Thariah waking up from the dead, and we're just gonna play.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that was a thing. So
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, the advanced
Yeah,
in the advanced players handbook.
That's wild.
Okay,
That's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It says they just started showing up more recently in town areas,
Yeah.
and there's some thing about maybe the Ambrians are doing some kind of ritualistic thing, or either messing with them. You know what I mean? Because certain breakouts. But I was like, that's perfect. That's what happened to it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
I love when the plan comes together.
Right. That was fantastic. And I put Inyando at 21 plus on the monster table. Anywhere in the Bright Davakar, he could be out hunting. You could run into him. But when you roll, and I thought, oh my god! And now we add this dense fog to it. This is going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
This
Very
is amazing,
cool.
right?
Very
Right.
cool.
And I thought, I don't know how
I
you guys will know other than killing him,
Yeah.
because the only identifiers he would have on him are the medallion and the
And the ring.
right. So I thought if you ended up like killing him and leaving him, you wouldn't know you've killed him.
Yes.
But that that would have been
That's
been
right,
shit
too.
out of luck.
You would never have known it. Oh, no.
You would have been stomping around in the Davakar looking for Inyando, and he killed him. 5
Yep,
days
yep,
ago,
yep.
12 days ago, you killed him, right?
Honestly, I just wanted to know who before he said who he was, I was gonna ask him, hey, have you heard of this person? Do you know this person?
Yeah.
And he could have been like, no, screw you.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty
Wow.
cool.
And I had prepared, if you actually found his camp, I had a different... Right, Inyando would have had other elves with him and other... Right. Had you gone to Melina and investigated and eventually found his camp, you would have faced Inyando with his whole cult.
I don't know if you would have. Yeah, that would have been tough.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool the way that happened. But anyway, it wraps it up nicely, so we can now continue to rotate GM. So there we go.
Okay. All right,
Cool.
I'm up next, I think so.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
Sweet.
Yep.
We'll,
Sweet.
Again, great
Thanks.
fun, guys. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Thank you.
Loved
No,
it.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks. Thanks
And,
all. That was
Wednesday
great.
night, next Wednesday night, right? Little job?
That's right.
Yep.
Little jaunt to Joth.
Nice.
Okay.
Jaunt. Yeah. All right.
Little Blackfish Bay hobbit fishing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, can I bring my patron saint along to go up against the Grudge Guardian? I mean, can you just transfer
Transport it. No.
just for one session?
No. All right, gents, I gotta go.
All right, guys.
all right.
Good night. Thanks
Thank you,
again.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Night.